Hey everyone, welcome to episode 45 of Unboxing Wednesdays for books arriving in stores on Wednesday, September 7th, 2011. I want to give a big thank you to everyone who came out to our live show last Tuesday night for our Justice League release party, and a big thanks to all of you who viewed that episode online. If you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, just click on the little box that I'm going to put up here over Rob's head. Thank you to those of you who sat through all 43 to 44 minutes of it. We thought we'd try a little something different and give you the total live experience rather than the edited down version, which you're going to see this week. But that being said, we've got a lot of awesome books to get to this week. There's a whole bunch of new DC #1s that everybody's excited about. So without further ado, we're going to ask Rob to open some boxes. We've got this Iron Man Pop Hero. Here's a cool take on the Batman logo. Here is an epic Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla t-shirt. I think this one's going home with me. Alright, I got some Marvel reprints to show you. First up is Kick-Ass 2 Issue 1. This is the 5th printing variant. Then we've got a second printing of Kick-Ass 2 Issue 2. A third printing of X-Men Schism #1. And the second printing of issue #4 of Ultimate Fallout, which is the revelation of Miles Morales as the new Spider-Man. Halo Fall of Reach Issue 3 of 4. Thunderbolts issue 163, New Avengers Annual #1, Moon Knight #5, Punisher #3, here's X-23 issue 14. The art in this book is by Phil Noto, and you really should check it out if you're into art. Here's an example of some of his work. X-Men issue 17, X-Factor 224.1, Hulk issue 40, Wolverine Debt of Death, this is a one-shot. Wolverine issue 15. We have 2 Spider Island one-shots coming out today. First is Spider Island I Love New York City, and the second is Spider Island The Avengers. 2 Fear Itself books today. First up is Fear Itself Wolverine issue 3 and Heroes for Hire issue 11. Okay, that's it for Marvel, and I gotta say, Marvel, you've kind of dropped the ball again this week. It's 2 weeks in a row that there's been huge DC titles coming out. You're going to see all the awesome stuff DC's putting out this week, and you got to think to yourself, where is the big book from Marvel these last 2 weeks? Why haven't they launched Ultimate X-Men or Ultimate Spider-Man to coincide with DC's first weeks of the relaunch? Why hasn't there been some big blockbuster title? No main books from Fear Itself, no Schism books. You got to wonder what Marvel's thinking. This would definitely be the time to capitalize on the extra traffic coming into stores, and also to show people that are coming into stores that it's not all about DC right now, that they've got some great books as well, but looks like they're failing at that. So we'll have to see how the next couple weeks go. Pick up your game, Marvel, come on. Atomic Robo, one of the coolest indie series out there. The new series starts today. This is The Ghost of Station X, issue 1 of 5. True Blood, The French Quarter, issue 1. Mega Man, issue 5. This is the regular cover. And here we have the villain variant featuring Time Man. Warlord of Mars, Deja Thoris. Morning Glories, issue #12. And here's Sweet Tooth by Jeff Lemire. Jeff Lemire's got a couple of big books coming out in the next 2 weeks. First up is Animal Man, which I'll show you a little later. Okay, let's go over the new release trade paperbacks and hardcovers for today. First up is a couple of G.I. Joe books. We've got G.I. Joe Special Missions, Volume 4. And we've got G.I. Joe Origins, Volume 5. We've got the first volume of the Mega Man comics collected here for the first time in softcover. And we've got Sonic Universe The Shadow Saga. Thor for Asgard. Ozma of Oz, new in hardcover today. Volume 2 of iZombie. New in hardcover from DC's Legion of Superheroes Consequences. And also new from DC today is Brightest Day, Volume 3. Alright, we're going to get started with the DC books for this week. There's 13 new #1s. A lot of hype about them on the internet. A ton of them are already sold out at the distributor level. Needless to say, this relaunch looks like it's been a successful one so far. The sales from this crop of books is really going to determine whether or not this was a wise decision for DC. All signs point to it being a very wise decision on DC's part. The one thing I do want to say is please make sure you go to your local shop and start a pull list if you don't have one already. It certainly looks like it's going to be slim pickings across the world come opening Wednesday morning. Of course, not everyone has a store as cool as Stadium Comics in their area, but you could check at some local stores to see what they offer as far as pull lists and subscriptions go. Many stores, such as ours, will offer a discount to customers who put comics on hold. And I would certainly invite anyone out there who's having trouble locating a copy of a book to feel free to give us an email or shoot us a message on YouTube, and we'll definitely see if we can help out in any way. So first up is Static Shock issue 1, featuring one of Rob's favorite artists, Scott McDaniel. We've got a new look Green Arrow. He's just kind of got the makings of a Green Arrow-like beard going on in this issue. Looks a lot more like the Green Arrow in the Smallville series than he does the traditional Oliver Queen that we all know and love. Here's Stormwatch #1, and this book's really interesting. It's the first title that features a main cast of Wildstorm characters in a DC book, and it also features the addition of Martian Manhunter to their team. From what I can gather, the organization of Stormwatch at this point in the DC Universe has existed for some time and operated under secrecy. You could say that they were superheroes operating in secret before superheroes really became cool with the appearance of Superman and other members of the Justice League. Kind of like hipster superheroes, maybe. They were into it before it was cool. Men of War #1, which features the modern descendant of Sergeant Rock. Dove was a character that a lot of people got attached to through the recent Brightest Day series. Hoping to take advantage of that popularity is this first issue of Hawk and Dove. Here's Animal Man #1, written by Jeff Lemire. This has been getting a lot of buzz on the internet over the last few days. Many people are saying that this is the sleeper hit of the week. Here's Justice League International, issue 1. I'm not sure if DC was playing a joke on us or not at Fan Expo recently, but according to them, Booster Gold in the new universe is a Canadian citizen. Here's OMAC issue 1. Another book that's garnered a lot of buzz this week is Swamp Thing issue 1, featuring the writing prowess of Scott Snyder and the artistic talent of Canadian Yannick Paquette. So this is a book we're definitely going to be picking up this week. Even though I'm not really interested in the Swamp Thing character, I think with Scott Snyder behind it, it's going to be an amazing book. Here's Batwing #1 by Judd Winnick and Ben Oliver, and if you take a look at the art on the inside of this book, it's very unique and interesting. It's almost a photorealistic art style, so that's worth checking out. One of the most anticipated books this week is Gail Simone's Batgirl issue 1, featuring Barbara Gordon. Spoiler alert, she's no longer in a wheelchair. So there's been some criticism and a lot of praise about Barbara Gordon retaking the mantle of Batgirl, and we can't wait to pick up this issue and flip through the pages to find out what's happened to Barbara Gordon that's allowed her the physical ability to become Batgirl again. After 880 plus issues, Detective Comics gets their first #1 since 1937. This is going to be one of the most sought after books this week, along with everything else. But make sure you pick up your copy because this is a significant issue in the history of Batman. And in its first #1 issue since 1938 is Action Comics, featuring Superman and also featuring the writing talents of Grant Morrison and pencils by Rags Morales. I looked at the 6-page preview that was posted online, and this book looks amazing. I'm a little worried about what Grant Morrison might do with Superman, but after seeing the preview pages, I'm very optimistic and can't wait to read this. Like Justice League, this book is also set 5 years in the past. It also takes place slightly before the events in Justice League #1. And lastly, here's the amazing Jim Lee variant cover to Action Comics #1. Not a bad set of books to relaunch with this week. Alright, let's talk about last week's contest, which was, of course, a part of our live unboxing that took part in conjunction with our Justice League launch party. And we asked you to tell us what your favorite moment from that live show was. The winner we picked was JP Bazinga 92, who pointed out something to us that we didn't even notice when we filmed the episode. I don't know, we might have been under the influence of something. But apparently at 3 minutes and 8 seconds into the video, I put my beer down and it overflows. I thought that was kind of funny that I didn't even notice that, so we're going to give JP Bazinga 92 the prize for opening up our eyes to that funny moment. A lot of people also liked it when I told that guy who referred to the crowd as virgins to go F himself. I really like that too. I got caught up in the moment, but of course the person who made that comment was just making a joke last week. Please stop sending him hate mail, and please, for the love of all that is holy, leave his family alone. For this week's contest, we're giving away something special. Action Comics #1, the Jim Lee variant. Ooh. We showed you a lot of DC books this week, and we want you to tell us which of the DC relaunch books, other than Action Comics, are you most looking forward to this week, and why? The best comment from the week will win this Action Comics Jim Lee variant, which I'm sure will be very much in demand. While we're on the topic of prizes, it does sometimes take us a few weeks to get the prizes out to the winners, so please be patient. We are very busy here at the store, and we'll send them out to you as soon as we get a chance. They will arrive, we promise. That is it for this week, folks. Thank you very much for watching. As always, you can connect with us on any of the websites you see listed here on our screen. Please don't forget to visit www.timenerds.com every Monday as we release a new page of our ongoing webcomic. Don't forget to watch the guys from Flavorful Sauce doing reviews on our channel every week. Alright, enjoy your comics this week, everybody, and we'll see you all next week for episode 46.